Welcome, everybody, right here to Betting Pros. It's time to place your bets. It is me, Joey P. Joe P's up here, and it's Monday Night Football, and all my rowdy friends are here. And if you're old enough to remember that, then you and I can be friends. Scott Bogman is here, and he is excited. You know why? Because his Texas Longhorns went in there and did quite the job on the Alabama Crimson Tide, Roll Tide there. They rolled right over them. That's what they did. So I know it was a brilliant Saturday night, Boggs. I know Sunday afternoon kind of brought you down with the Steelers, but it's Monday Night Football. We got a lot going on here tonight, including Aaron Rodgers' debut as the New York Jets starter, all the standalone Monday Night Football. Bogman, what do you think of this? The fact that, last couple of years, NFL has been doing the 2 Monday nights, but they said, no, we want to put Aaron Rodgers in New York on the stage on Monday Night Football solo. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't care.
My dude.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers. I am so sick of hearing about Aaron Rodgers and Aaron Rodgers having this chip on his shoulder for no reason at all. Oh well, they tried. Did they try? Who cares? Nobody cares what you're doing. I mean, he's one of the best quarterbacks of all time. The average NFL fan doesn't care about Aaron Rodgers as much as Aaron Rodgers thinks that we all care about him. I don't care about Aaron Rodgers. He's fine. He's a great player.
That was very zen. That was almost like you went into your darkness retreat and came out with that. That's how zen that was. It was really good.
My darkness retreat was 30-7 yesterday when the Steelers lost to the Niners, and I had to talk to God.
My darkness retreat started somewhere in 2007, and then I think it ended somewhere in the summer of 2012. I'm pretty sure.
But it was just with Aaron Rodgers, like, we got enough of him on Hard Knocks. Then we had to have Aaron Andrews do the long interview with him on Fox, where he got all defensive about his stuff. Nobody cares. I'm tired of it. Interview anyone else, please.
Interview anybody else. Rodgers. That's what they're saying. Well, here you go. You've got, regardless, you're going to, unfortunately, deal with a lot more pregame stuff. There's going to be a lot of fanfare. Plus, it's New York. It's 9/11. So there's going to be a lot of emotional things. I'm sure there's going to be some wonderful things for NYPD and NYFD. As well,
they're wearing the hats on Sunday Night Football. Yeah. And I thought having Sunday Night Football, Monday Night Football there was smart. Also, cool. Two major markets. It makes a lot of sense.
Absolutely.
And look, for that, we get Carolina, New Orleans, and Pittsburgh, Cleveland next Monday. So there you go.
Pittsburgh, Cleveland, I'm looking forward to. Maybe you're not looking forward to after you watched Myles Garrett. Well, yesterday was Myles Garrett was doing his little crossover.
TJ Watt was the only guy that showed up to play. So if everybody else shows up, I think the Steelers will have a shot against the Browns. So.
Okay. Hey, man, I was wrong. I thought the Steelers were going to upset San Fran. I was really feeling that. My number 2 upset was Cleveland. I got that right. Number 1, not so much, but okay, back to the drawing board. But we have a fresh slate today for Monday Night Football. Let's get after this game and let's talk about it. All the emotions aside right now, the best numbers over on bettingpros.com. And if you haven't already, make sure you download the app and sync all your sports books so you can get all the best lines at the best places. Right now, 2.5, that's the number here. The Buffalo Bills are favored by. You're getting -105 over at BetMGM. You're getting +2 right now. On the flip side here, the Jets number at Bet365. The total's 44.5. That's pretty much everywhere. FanDuel, though, the best, though. You can lock that in. And then on the money line, if you like the New York Jets to win outright, +115. So, Scott Bogman, the floor is yours. Write me a script. Tell me a story about the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets tonight.
New York Jets come out a winner in Aaron Rodgers' first game at home. I think this is a very, very strong defense. Get Quinnen locked up. I mean, this defense for the Jets is so good. And I think this is really the team that has been a quarterback away. And we've seen it from Tampa Bay. You drop in Tom Brady, win the Super Bowl. Rams, a quarterback away. You drop in Matt Stafford, you win a Super Bowl. It doesn't always work like that. But when you have these Hall of Fame level QBs, which Aaron Rodgers is, give him all the credit, sick of his interviews, but he's a great player. I think that he's going to drop into the Jets and make them an AFC championship contender and Super Bowl contender. So I think this is about setting the tone in the AFC East, and you got to win these home games if you're the Jets. So this means a lot for them, probably more than for the Bills, although it means a lot for everybody. It's a game in the NFL. It's a division rival. It's week 1. It means a lot for everybody, but I really think the Jets need to get this game if they want to really contend in the AFC East. First, it's a tough road to hoe for the Jets here, being in the East, one of the toughest divisions in the league, and you got to start out strong. So I expect them to have a strong effort today and win this game.
Well, Thursday night I got spanked a little bit because I really thought the Detroit Lions were going to have a hard time beating the Kansas City Chiefs. I was wrong, but then again, weren't we all kind of wrong about that one? Maybe not you, Scott Bogman, but you did not think you thought they were going to cover.
I did not think the Lions would win. I thought they would cover. I thought it was going to be close.
You were right.
Yeah.
But I thought that the Kansas City Chiefs would win that game pretty handily there. They did not, but you know what? That's not going to scare me away from this game. Aaron Rodgers in a big spot. Give me the Buffalo Bills. That's right. Offensive line has some questions. All of the fanfare, all of the pressure. When's the last time Aaron Rodgers responded to any of that stuff well? Because I'm trying to remember. Maybe it was one during my darkest retreat, actually. It might have been somewhere smack in the middle, like somewhere around 2008, 2009. That might have been the last time. Look, I'm telling you right now, it would not shock me if the Jets won this football game. I'm on the Bills side of this game. I think that Josh Allen and I think everybody else is hearing all this stuff about the Jets. And I think they're like, oh, yeah, let's remind everybody who's at the top of this division. And let me remind everybody, I still think the Jets have a shot to win this division. I still say the plot forward is to wait until the Jets go these next couple games because they're going to play some really tough teams in the next couple weeks, and they're going to have some hard losses. So they, to Bogman's point, they kind of need this game tonight. The Jets need to get off to a good start because the next 6 weeks are kind of ugly, but then that Jet schedule gets really cushy. And I think if the defense plays well and the offensive line can figure itself out a little bit, just worried about the offensive line and worried about those mistakes. You saw last night, the offensive line. Oh, baby. How good was Micah Parsons last night? Oh, Bogman, him coming over the middle. I am so happy. One of my top bets of the year. It's the Betting Pros channel over here. You can watch that video. Micah Parsons plus 700 the day it came out. I was here. I did a video about it. I don't even know what it is today. I didn't even look at it. It might be minus 700 at this point because it is crazy. I think before the season it was at 350 already on the plus side. But after last night,
of the year,
this is for defensive player of the year.
Yeah. I mean, TJ Watt had 3 sacks and 2 forced fumbles yesterday. There were a lot of good defensive performances. There
were, but still.
Parsons looked awesome. I mean,
Parsons was really
Myles
good.
Garrett was awesome too.
Myles Garrett was awesome.
Drake
and now
Jackson had 3 sacks. I mean, line up whoever against Pittsburgh, and you might get a bunch.
Was it just me, Boggs, or do you remember seeing Micah Parsons come over the middle that much last year,
dude?
That was something whole new.
It doesn't matter. You put Micah Parsons at safety, you put him at cornerback, you put him at defensive line. It doesn't matter. That dude can play literally anywhere on the field. He is a unicorn.
All right. Before we start getting to some of the individual props that Bogman's got his eye on today, you might have your eye on this autographed jersey here. Aaron Jones, that's right. Subscribe to Fantasy Pros YouTube channel. Click the bell till it goes ding and comment below. That's how you win that bad boy right there. Now, hopefully, Aaron Jones' hamstring will be healthy enough to play in week 2. But regardless, we're giving away this jersey. If he's playing or not, look, if he's playing, he's going to be without this jersey because he signed it and gave it to us. And now we're giving it to you. Don't forget, subscribe to the YouTube channel, drop a comment below. That's all you got to do. And click the bell till it goes ding so you know if you are the big winner. And don't forget also to join our NFL contest. It's free. It's fun. More fun things. We're giving away monthly prizes, weekly prizes, and also big-time overall prizes, including a JSN Jackson Smith and Jigba autograph jersey. We're giving away upgrades to Fantasy Pros, to Betting Pros, and a whole bunch of swag from our shop, too, just for having fun and picking games. That's it. You pick 5 games a week, 100 for the whole season. Boom. That's all you got to do. bettingpros.com/NFL contest. Again, that's bettingpros.com/NFL contest. That's how you do it. That's what you want to do. And it's real easy. Again, it's free to do. So download the app, go to the community tab, or just go to bettingpros.com/NFL contest. There you go. All right, Bogman, let's get to some of your picks tonight. Let's start in the prop department. What are you looking at?
Let's go Aaron Rodgers over 1.5 touchdowns because this is actually giving us plus money as well. Plus 114 on this. I just think if you're the Jets, you put all this effort into getting Aaron Rodgers, so you're going to put him in a position to throw at least 2. So, what do you expect? 3rd and goal from the 1, Joe? How is that not A-Rod over the middle to somebody? It doesn't really matter. Probably Randall Cobb, to be honest with you. Just some obnoxious,
Tyler Conklin touchdown coming. Is that what's going to happen next?
Sure. Yeah, exactly. Something like that. So I just think if there was ever a game where I was going to pick Aaron Rodgers to throw a couple touchdowns, this is the game. Against a tough Bills defense. Bills defense is very good, but I think A-Rod can get 2 touchdowns in this game.
All right. By the way, everybody, if you want some comments here, drop them in the chat. We'll be happy to take any questions you might have. All right. So we got that one. Give us a second one here that you have potentially over here in the Monday Night Football game from the prop standpoint.
I like the low totals. Give me Damian Harris over
Mm.
24.5 rushing yards. It is minus 105, so just a little below even money. But and look, a lot has been made about James Cook between the 20s and Damian Harris, from 20 on. And maybe that's the case. But even if that's the case, I think that 20 yards, I mean, we've seen this guy rip off 50, 60-yard touchdowns before. So I think 24.5 yards is that if this guy gets 10 carries, I think that is such an easy total. And 10 carries is a low amount. And I know we've made a lot about James Cook being a 3-down back. Maybe he will be, but change of pace. I mean, just there's going to be too many opportunities for Harris, in my opinion. So I think he gets his total pretty easily.
What do you think about the anytime touchdown number on him too? Because I was looking at that earlier and I thought that was interesting one because let me just double check where it is on FanDuel plus 330 for Damian Harris. To me, that was one that I kind of circled as something I was interested in tonight.
Yeah, I like that one too. Anytime touchdowns are finicky, so they're almost all plus money. So that's why you want them. But I don't know, like who else would you say has a higher likelihood of scoring a touchdown? Garrett Wilson, Stephon Diggs, maybe.
Well, I mean, Josh Allen's a plus 185, so he could always run one in. We always know that. But the whole point, I guess, if you
really
go
want
acquire
him
Damian
running
Harris,
game one.
Well, that's exactly what I'm thinking too, is do you want him running game one? Do you want him running where Quinnen Williams is up front? Or is this the whole point of why you paid Damian Harris this offseason? That's why I'm looking specifically at the Harris one, because as you said, they're all plus money, but there's a little randomness to it, especially when you have an offense like the Bills where, it could be Dawson Knox scoring a touchdown, Dalton Kincaid. Like they could spread the ball around a lot of ways, but if they do get to the goal line, and they don't want to let Josh Allen run in anymore, especially in the circumstance against the Jets, then I think Damian Harris is the one that it's a really good return on investment, that 3-1. That's all something that, pops to me. In your opinion, what else is on the board today in terms of the props that are available people should be looking at?
I like James Cook over 14.5. Looks like Chris Jones just ended his holdout, by the way.
Well, there you go.
But James Cook over 14.5 receiving yards. And look, I know the Bills don't throw to the running backs as much as you would like them to for this prop, but they also didn't have James Cook on the field a lot last season. And this, to me, isn't like the Eagles going out and getting DeAndre Swift and then not using him at all. Yes, you got Damian Harris, but they made assurances to James Cook here. And it really seems like he is going to be the guy to get the majority of the running back touches, which means he's going to be receiving the ball out of the backfield for this team. And James Cook is a very, very good receiving back. Yes. So I am just really excited to see him with added playing time and more snaps, what he can potentially do in this passing game. And it adds another level to this Bills offense, which is already almost impossible to stop. So I just think that this is a really low total for a guy that can easily get this. I hit the Bijan one last week. We got the Isaiah Pacheco crushed on Thursday Night Football, by the way, in these running back receiving props that are always my favorite, but also the bane of my existence on occasion. But 14.5, I think, could easily be done in one catch for James Cook. If he gets two, I don't know how he doesn't hit this.
All right. Sounds good to me. I mean, I'm sold anyway on James Cook because you know how I felt about him coming into the season as time went on. He's the explosive back. He's the guy that's working in the passing downs. That's the back I want in fantasy, but I still like Damian Harris for the touchdown tonight. We'll see. All right, let's get to another one here. Before we do, just a reminder, everybody, if you have not already, make sure you download the BP app, because the other thing that's really cool here that's going on here on the Betting Pro side is the tracking features, okay? You can sync all your sports books. You can track all your bets here. You can view the performance across different sports, and you can follow other people like myself, like Scott Bogman at bettingpros.com/Joe, or I believe yours is Bogman. I believe your handle last time I checked. Yep. Yes, There you go. bettingpros.com/Bogman. He's cool. He's got a last name. He's like, he's like an 80s, like, one of those old, like A-team kind of things. Bogman and B.A. Baracus and, and the crazy man and little kid Rooster and Bogman. Rooster and Bogman, that was my favorite 80s show, by the way. But regardless, download the Betting Pros app. Sync your sports books. Bet smarter, not harder. That's what we're trying to do here. And again, you can set those notifications too, so you get specific game updates. We just did the look ahead show. It should be out pretty soon. where we started to look ahead already to week 2. We're going to do that every Monday. On Thursdays, we're always going to have our favorite bets. On Friday, we're going to have our prop show all the time. It's going to come out to our 10 favorite props of the week. We smash those, a lot of good stuff on there. So make sure you're with us with the YouTube channel. Bogman, give us another prop for tonight that you've got your eye on. What do you have?
Who likes throwing to the tight end more than Aaron Rodgers? I don't know anybody. Maybe Lamar Jackson. That's probably it because he's got Mark Andrews. Maybe Patrick Mahomes.
Because Patrick Mahomes
got Travis Kelce.
He likes it. Tom Brady used to like it too back in the day.
I tell you what, Patrick Mahomes doesn't like is throwing to Kadarius Toney. So Tyler Conklin over 2.5 receptions. I just don't know how this doesn't hit unless they're mixing like CJ Uzama in a ton or something. I just don't know how this doesn't hit. Tyler Conklin anytime touchdown is a decent one as well, but 2.5 catches is much, much safer. So I like this number. It is -115, so the juice isn't the best, but it's a safe bet in my opinion for week 1. And this is a starting tight end. They didn't go out and add anybody else new.
No, they did
not. This is the guy that they got, and this is the guy that they're rolling with. So give me the over 2.5 for Conklin.
Good to see some of our favorite people in the chat. I see Richie's in there. I see Dominic's in there. All my Italians are all in there. Hey,
Pizza P and Isles was my favorite 80s show.
Pizza P and Isles was great. Actually, that wasn't even on there. I think that was like right after Suits.
The 70s.
Yeah. I think that was that was after they fired Rizzoli, then they hired Pizza P and Isles. That show was great. The writing was really good. So, but I digress. All right, we always like to do this. We love to give you a defensive prop. Bogman and I just can't help ourselves because we like talking defense. The offensive line is a little suspect right now for the New York Jets. That's one thing that, we sort of hammered home and learned quite a bit on Hard Knocks about. And Bogman, you got to give me somebody here that's going to go get a sack, go get a hold of somebody. Let's go. Give me somebody on the defensive side. I got to imagine it's on the Bills side, right?
It is. It's Matt Milano, and his tackle total is 7.5. A lot has been made about who is going to be the second linebacker next to him. I think that means that Milano sets the tone with 8 million tackles. I think he's going to get so many in this game. It's going to be just a super high amount, especially if the Jets do get up and they're sitting on a lead and they're running a lot. I mean, Milano's going to be everywhere, and he's a 3-down back. If the Jets hold the ball as much as I feel like they will and do short passes and, sure, they're going to take shots at Garrett Wilson downfield and other guys like that. I just think that he is definitely going to get over 7.5 tackles. A lot of tackles.
What about
Milano?
AJ Epinesa to record a sack at +285 or gregory Rousseau at +172? What do you think about that?
I'd rather have Rousseau because Epinesa has turned into too much of a rotational end at this point. Okay. So Greg Rousseau would be my guy.
All right, that's fair enough there. And just in case you're joining us here a little late, just want to let you go through everything here again one more time. So Bogman likes the Jets side of this game. I do not. I'm going with the Buffalo Bills because Aaron Rodgers has to prove it to me. Sorry. I mean, it's a feel-good story, lots of press and all this stuff.
Well, what a surprise. Joe is going up against Aaron Rodgers.
Well, when Aaron Rodgers decides to show up in a big game and perform well enough to win, let me know. I'm here for it.
This is a big game. I mean, it is a big, every game is a big game.
It's a big game.
This is a big game.
It's a big game. Bogman,
not a playoff game.
I'm from New York. Spot. Okay. I have lived my life amongst the Jet fans.
All right.
If Aaron Rodgers, let me put it to you this way. I don't think this is going to happen, but last night's MetLife Stadium debut for the Giants did not go well. The Giant fans roll their eyes. They're upset. It was a hard night. They'll move on. If things do not go well,
they've won a couple recent Super Bowls. They're not as angry.
They're okay. They'll live. The Jet fan tomorrow morning, just so you know, they will wake up tomorrow if this is a bad loss, and they're going to look up at that schedule and they're going to go, "Oh my God, same old Jets." Now look, maybe they won't. Maybe they will win, and I'll be wrong. But I'm going to put my money where Josh Allen is. And just to go through here, Aaron Rodgers over 1.5 touchdown passes, not touching. That's good. He goes to HR if he has to do that. It's too much touching. 1.5 touchdown passes +114. Bogman likes Damian Harris at 24.5 rushing yards. The over at -105. I like the Damian Harris +300 You're getting all over the place right now. Anytime touchdown scorer. James Cook, 14.5 receiving yards over for Bogman. Tyler Conklin, 2.5 receptions over at -115. So if you like the Jets and you like Conklin, maybe you put that together in a little parlay. And then Matt Milano, over 7.5 tackles and assists, +105. Boggs, real quick, before we let the people go, what are your thoughts here on the over-under of this game, too? Because that's one where, it's 44.5. Do you like the over because of I always worry about the pace of play of Aaron Rodgers sometimes sucking down the totals down towards the under most of the time.
I just have a good feeling about the Jets in this game. So I think they're going to score 21, 24 points, something like that. I think it's going to be a very close game. I see like 24, 21 or like, maybe something happens on defense or sets up, a pick six or setting up a short field, like a 30-21 game, somewhere in that neighborhood. I think this game goes over. Two good defenses, so the number's set low. I respect it, but it
is a low number. 40.5 is a low number. Frosted Cupcake in the chat is saying Brett Favre all over again. I love Frosted Cupcakes comment, and I love Frosted Cupcakes. Bogman, choose your Frosted Cupcake of choice. What do you want? Chocolate, vanilla? You want the yellow cake with the chocolate icing, the chocolate on chocolate, the chocolate with the vanilla icing? Like, where are you going?
I go with the vanilla with the chocolate frosting. I like the chocolate frosting the best. If we're going chocolate, I want it as the frosting, as the best. Frosting is the best part of the cupcake. If it doesn't have frosting, it's just a muffin.
It should all be good.
So yeah,
it should all be delicious.
Right. Yeah, it should all be good. So let's go with the vanilla cake mix. I think vanilla makes a better cake mix and chocolate makes a better frosting. So let's go that way.
Oh, Richie's saying vanilla with the lemon frosting. I make those in the summer sometimes.
So strong.
You know what I do instead? I do the inverse. I do the lemon cupcake with the like the vanilla icing. So it's or I do the orange cupcake, the orange flavor. So it's like a creamsicle.
Strong.
But that's really good though. And then sometimes you pipe in, you take your thing and you pipe it in there, Boggs. You know what I'm saying? You pipe in the rest of the cream and you pipe in that whipped cream. Bogman knows all about that. So
I just want to point out, I've been a gentleman twice on this show. Not said the first thing that has come into my mind. Yeah, you really are pushing me. You want me to get canned from this job that you love having me here so much. But here.
The best thing is on the Waiver Wire podcast today, poor Pat Fitzmaurice was talking about how he wanted, he had a mouthful of puka juice yesterday. And I was like, you know what? I might have to do a read here before we lose our sponsor. That's so all the puka nikua. There you go.
Ooh.
Oh, it was so good. I told them we need to clip that for social media everywhere. I love all you folks who are watching the Betting Pros streams. We appreciate you. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Click the bell till it goes ding so you can win that Aaron Jones jersey because it's not going to give away itself. There it is. It's glorious. Join the NFL contest. bettingpros.com/NFL contest. Look at all these amazing things we're giving out here. And we're going to be here back on Thursday to do it all again. Vikings short week. They could use it. They don't. Yeah. They should not dwell on that loss.
Yeah,
forget about that game and move on. Unfortunately, they're moving on.
The Bucks passed a little more than expected, didn't they, Joe? Who could have seen that coming?
Yeah. I'm not playing the Bucks. It's week 1. Talk to me at week 7 about the Buccaneers when it's Kyle Trask taking over because Baker Mayfield's running himself out of town. On that note, enjoy Monday Night Football, everybody. Enjoy the BP. Go download the app and make all your bets through there. That way you get the best lines because you deserve the best. For Scott Bogman, I'm Joe Pizzapia. We'll see you next time, kids. Happy Monday night.